Grouping objects in PowerPoint presentation. Alright, so my name is Aya Susanna. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, let's get started. So grouping and ungrouping objects. Objects are the unit of a slide. So once you understand this fact, anything you do, right, will be geared towards making a good presentation. Since objects are the unit of a slide, I wanted to say of a good slide. I will not be wrong. Objects should be coordinated actually to give us a very proper presentation. Right? Since slides or several slides make up a presentation. Right? So the objects are added singly, they can be grouped and ungrouped. Alright, we'll find out what that means soon. Objects are added singly, you add them one after the other, but then you can group them together. You can also ungroup them. So how do you do that? Let's find out. Grouping objects. So I created 3 shapes here to help us explain the concept of grouping better. Alright, this is an object, this is a shape, a square, this is a rectangle, and then this is a circle. Alright, you can see that you move this independently. Alright, you move this independently alone, regardless. Alright, you also move this regardless of anything. They are not connected to each other. You move it. It's just like you can go your way, right? You go your way, right? You go your way. Kind of, nobody's dependent on anybody. They're all independent. So but grouping tend to make them dependent on each other. An attempt to shift this will also be an attempt to shift this and shift this. Alright, so how do we do it? You first click, alright, you first click on this, and then you hold your control key. Alright, you hold your control key. Let's say we want to group these two together, your control key, and then, my friend, arrange. There's something called arrange, right? The home tool, we have something we call arrange. So you hit the arrow, come to group object. Alright, once you hit group, alright, you see now they are one entity. An attempt to shift any is an attempt to shift all. You get, right? See this, right? See this, successfully grouped. Why this one is on its own, right? So if I want to shift this, I cannot just shift any of them. I must shift them together. So this one is on its own. It's same thing if I want to group the 3 together. Since these 2 are already grouped together, so I have no issue. My control key, and then alright, I click on the other, and then arrange, and then this is group, right? So 3 of them now are now inseparable. They are now like, of course not Siamese twins, because this is 3, so this is more like a triplet. Alright, Siamese triplet, if there's anything like a Siamese triplet, right? So this is how to group, right? Notice that we grouped shape, we grouped shape. So we could also group text. My name is Ayas Uzana, right? So this is on its own, this is on its own, this is on its own. So if I bring them together, alright, I want to bring them together. I bring this one close, alright, I also bring this one close, alright. But the thing is that I still will group them separately, right? They are not together. So an attempt to shift this is not an attempt to shift this, so I want to group them together. So same thing, I click on this or click on any and then hold my control key and then, all right, but in this case now, in text or in shape we used the control key, but in text we'll use the shift key. All right, so don't forget, in shape, right, we use the control key, but in shift we'll use the shift key. All right, then we'll go back to arrange, and then when we come to arrange, we'll hit on group. All right, you see they are now one single entity. So all right, so if I'm styling it now, I'm now so I can now style it as a single entity, right? Style it together, so they are now one single entity, right? So that's it. Same thing for, all right, you do this yourself. This is, oh, right, fortunately I've grouped this, so I wanted to make you do this. All right, you see this one too has been grouped. This is a title, this is a subtitle, this is paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, paragraph 4, right, come together, right, but they've been grouped. So how do we do it on grouping now? All right, how do you do it when three things have been grouped together, right? They have been grouped together, so we want to ungroup it. Same thing, we just make sure we select it, and in this case we are not pressing any shift or control. Once we select it together, then we go to our arrange and then ungroup, and then you see you can now take this one here. All right, you go, is it, I think this is east, I'm not sure, this is either east or west, but I'm sure this is south. Go south, right, you go here, right, nobody's saying anything. Okay, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. So this is, they've been ungrouped actually. So that's how to ungroup, right? That's how to ungroup. I've ungrouped it. So title, same thing for here. So this one have been grouped, so want to ungroup it, you can choose to ungroup. So ungroup, this is a paragraph, so I drag this paragraph, is going here, subtitle is going here, is going its way, it's going to where it wants to go to, the title is going to where it wants to go to. So it has been successfully ungrouped. So I've used shapes, I've used text, so I need to now use picture. All right, these are my pictures, these are my pictures actually, to explain it. So this is me, this is a picture, and they've been grouped, so I want to ungroup them. Same thing, ungroup. All right, so this is a picture, this becomes one, or I just have of ungrouped them. Okay, right, so ungroup it, canon, right, canon, and do it individually. Wow, I was wrong, group, right, wrong. All right, look at it, this is it now, data match. So this is it, they've been ungrouped, right? So one can go his way, this one can travel to anywhere without anybody petitioning him. All right, so that's all about grouping in Microsoft Word, right? Grouping and ungrouping in Microsoft PowerPoint. All right, so that's the end of this class. All right, don't forget that you are the best of the best. Nobody should make you feel inferior. Nobody should make you think less of yourself, because you are the best of the best. Excelsior. I'll see you in my next video.